Okay, a bit of a slower day for me today. It's late afternoon and I'm finally getting moving. I won't go into some of the fun today, but it has been a fun one. Anyway, I am at my bench and showing you one of my favourite radios, the COBRA 200GTLDX. Now if I turn the light off here, you'll see how that all lights up. Hang on, turn the light off and you'll be able to see it as... See how that there is radio off and radio on. You can see all. So when you're in a dark room, you can see every control on this radio. One of the few that actually has a working backlit display. Alright, I'm going to go to lights back on again. But yeah, it's good to show you that. Obviously when the lights are on you don't quite notice it. Now, okay, just to be very clear on dummy load for all those ACMA watchers. So this is an interesting radio on the fact that it definitely is capable of a few things that ACMA are not going to completely like. You know, they need to keep their sense of humour a little bit about this one, because we can get the full coverage into 29 megs as well, and 28 megs, sorry, and we can actually get quite a lot of coverage. And I've got to be honest, I love these radios. I think they're beautiful, just fantastic bit of fun. And as you can see how it sort of makes its way up with the dot system. See how it's continually going through its banks with the little dot there. So basically you can set yourself up. Now a lot of people would like to have a 5kc switch on this. Now they do have a 10kc. 10kc, that one is it? Oh, hang on, it's just, I can't read with that bloody lights in my way there. We'll go through this actually, but you'll find your 10kc is not going to work on every one of them. Yeah, I'm trying to remember now. There were some channels that worked on, some channels that didn't. Anyway, my point was that might have been better as a constant 5kc drop for us people that really enjoy 28-490. But to get to 490, you know, you could either take it up like so, and basically just so your clarifier on these things got quite a good swing on it. So really not a big issue, and you know, certainly Roger beep. Haven't heard that. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on, we're not going to hear that here. I've got my monitor on the wrong frequency. Doesn't matter. We'll show you that in a minute. Now, great thing about these things: CW, FM, AM, upper, lower. And then as you're seeing, you've got this ABCD allotment, which obviously takes it right down to 26 megs. So this is quite a range when you look at this radio and what it can do. And you know, obviously you're doing a lot of sort of channel changing here as you go through that dot system. I personally like the ones with, you know, ABCD, EFG, you know, and blah blah blah. Just a little bit faster to get around sometimes. But as you can see, it's not overly slow, and you've just got to understand that you're going through two lots of 40 banks as you're going up here through the two ranges, etc, etc. So pretty much B does the same thing with 27 megs. If you think of it this way, A is 26 megs, B is 27 megs, C is 28 megs, D is 29 megs. Then, you know, if you said to yourself, right, I want to get to 29.6 fairly quickly, actually it doesn't take too long at all. Now that's where I've got to remember how that works actually. Oh, hang on, I'm over here, I know why, sorry. Just remembered. Yeah, so a few little tricks just to get used to get ready and to get you onto the actual frequencies, because for amateur radio we work on a lot of the zero frequencies. Of course, for CB radio, which, let's not be too coy about this, they were kind of more the CB market, these things. But yeah, but you can definitely run it around and get it into place very easily onto your handbands. If you said to me, what would I prefer that to be? Actually, I'd like to convert that into 100kc minus, so that when I go to, say, 620 and I transmit, I want to be able to transmit on FM, let's say there. So FM, I want to transmit on 520, so I'm going into the repeater, and that would be a nice function for it. So I'm not sure, I haven't seen a mod at this stage that does that. I'm not 100% sure that there is one, but anyway, we'll go back over there and we'll come back over here, and hey, now that's interesting. So basically you can go from 27, very close actually, Look at this. So if you were on channel 1.5 here, as we've got, and you wanted to go to 28,490 or 27,355 or 29.620, look at that. Now, has that just remembered some of that? I don't think so, because the channel switch is going to dictate that. So no, it's just basically the channel switching where it is. So if I was to, theoretically, 27 megs here, I'm going to be 2 channels down, but I can probably swing up to it. Yes, I can. So yeah. So there you go. Very interesting. Just how much these things will do. Now let's have a look. Speaking of what they'll do, 1212. Now I've got the bird meter hooked up here. I'm not in PEP. I'm on a 100-watt scale. Hello. So that's not with PEP. Now my battery's a bit flat on PEP at the moment. My fault. Hello. So we're getting a Roger beep there too. Wouldn't that drive you mad after a while? Might turn that off. Now I've got to clean all these switches here a little bit, to be very honest with you. They're just a little bit, this radio has been sitting around a very long time. You'll find that some of these switches will just sort of gummy up a little bit. Our favourite friend, Deoxit D5, 5 minutes later you'll have that really working well. Okay, so this is a really dependable 100-watt radio. A lot of people criticise the FETs they're using, and a lot of people criticise, oh geez, you get an SWR above 1.6 to 1 and you're going to blow these things. You do need to be careful, 100%. They can be a little bit fussy, so definitely make sure you're going. These are not MRF 454s, or they're not 2SE 2290s, trust me. They're the smaller little IRF 520 modules from memory. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I'm pretty sure they're IRF 520s, and there's a few of them in there. Anyway, but as you can see, for jumping around the bands, not bad. It's especially if you're an amateur and you seriously, if you're anything like me, I might listen to CB now and again. I rarely ever transmit, very rare, unless I'm testing a radio on dummy load up here, etc. Like, don't be thrown by this here. We use this as a listening tool, and basically it's on dummy load that you can see there. Nothing illegal about it. We've got a scientific license, so basically we can sit here, we can transmit back on this in or dummy load 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can turn the volume up on this, and sometimes it's all nice and well to have these sort of monitors, etc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2. But for quick tests, etc., believe it or not, having something 0 to 30 meg that you can just sort of jump around the bands on and say, right, bingo, let's just make sure. You just got to be careful. You've got to be on dummy load. You can't be sitting there, testing on a marine frequency or something, or just be cautious of what you're doing, and make sure you're following some of the rules. I'm not in agreement with all the rules, but most of them are there for a reason. So anyway. All right, I would be curious just to put a signal into this for the hell of it. Hang on. Oops. Let's take that down. Oh, there you go. 0.49 of a microvolt. Hearing beautifully. Actually, that's hearing very well. I'll be interested to see when we go up to 490, where I'm probably more likely to use this radio. What have we got up there? Let's have a look. So let's just get rid of this mic cord that's in the way. This is one of the problems with my test monitor at the moment. I've got leads in the way everywhere, and anyway. Sorry, 28.49.0. It's better. It's actually better. I can hear that sound. How much should we get that down to? That's 115. Let's go here. Geez, this thing is really good. Minus 125 dBm is 0.115 of a microvolt. Geez, I can still just hear that there. Probably not fair to say it's noise free at all. It's probably noise free about 122. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's really good. All right, so let's just bring that back up a bit. I'll just set it back at 0.5 roughly. Okay, happy with that. Really good receiver. You know what? I do want to know what it can do on on FM. I wonder if that... Yeah, I got to check that 10kc switch, the plus 10kc at the moment. It could be me and the fact that I'm forgetting that it only works on certain... No, anyway, I won't comment on that until I've had a bit of a play. Could just be I need to spray it as well. So let's have a look at if that receiver holds up still by the time we go up to 29.610. 29.610. We're certainly hearing 0.5 on microvolt beautifully. And same. 0.161, which is minus 122 dBm, close to 123 actually. Jeez, even better. Yeah. So, what I'd like to say about this, and I've had one of these before, I never should have sold it to be honest, is that getting something to spread across like they did with the COBRAs here, it was unusual, and I mean that from the point of view that generally a lot of the 10-11 meter radios, they sort of fell off on different sides of the spectrum. So, 26 maybe wasn't so good, 29 wasn't so good, 28, 27, 28, generally pretty good, 2 meg spectrum, but the filters and everything didn't quite make it. They designed these a lot better, and these are not what I'd call a faultless radio or a perfectly designed radio. There's still areas that I would suggest could have been done better, especially in the receiver filtering, but overall, they're alright. And gee, even up at 29 megs here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hello, 1, 2, 3, and as you can see, that power stays consistent. Hello, okay, and as you can see, this meter's a little bit over at the moment. That's sort of suggesting about 120 watts, but trust me, the bird here, this is my new 4314, that is hello, yep, that's reading very accurately. Sorry, I was saying about the battery. No, I did replace the battery. I was going to say that should be reading about 20 watts less. No, I did replace the battery in it. I'm really having one of those days. Okay, all right. So, really nice radio, because if you want something that's going to be able to just run around all the bands and have a bit of a play, then they are terrific. And if you can get one where your display is still lighting up, even better. But the only person I know that's I'd call the expert on fixing displays is Peter Newman up in Queensland. He's got a bit of a talent for night watches, and of course our good friend Mike over in the US, he can fix anything from Mike CB Radio. I have not been successful in fixing a front of these. Now I think it's due to lack of effort, and I probably needed to get a little bit more dedicated. From memory, they use like an inverter system to this front panel, and actually, Mike, if you're watching this, you can maybe put some notes in the comment files, because I know you've fixed a few. Also, Pete, if you're doing the same, feel free to put comments in on your experience with repairing these front panel displays, because they are really nice when they're working, and I haven't put one in a car yet. I'm tempted to put this one in one of the sort of toy cars we've got for a bit of fun. We'll see. But just for a nighttime experience would be very good. Now, just going through the controls, fairly basic in the fact that noise blanker A&L, you do have a high and a low, so you don't have to be drawing 20 amps all the time. Low power's about hello, about 20-30 watts, I think. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, hello, about 15 watts. So really goes back to sort of CB level, and of course when you hit the high power back in, bang, hello, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, really, they just do well, these things. It's funny, I was telling John, my mate, excuse me, I think I said to him, they're a 70-80 watt radio, and something was bothering me at the time about that, because I'm thinking, they might have done 100, but I didn't want to overstate it as well. Okay, so then we've got the Roger beep button. Oh no, you're not going to hear that anywhere. Oh well, you're going to see it. No, you're not. Hang on. just so you can see what no one really bothers to use. So let's just go there, and we should now hear. It's a good way to test your power, I suppose, Not really. Anyway, let's turn the Roger beep off. Oh, yeah, okay, we'll get to that. So then just fairly basic, we went through the CW, FM, AM, upper, lower, short, A, B, C, D. So we decided A is 26, B is 27, C is 28, D is 29 meg, so very easy there. Then we had a dimmer, and I think from memory that did your SWR calibration as well, that's right. And then you had SWR here, oh sorry, no, I'm wrong, sorry, here it is here. So cal there, but you got to push that one in as well. Trying to remember now, yeah, don't quote me on that one. Just, well, I suppose I could just put a carrier, couldn't I? So, okay, so that's, yeah, I was trying to say SWR there, yep, got it, righto. So that's cal there, is it? Hang on, so if I adjust that one there, no, that's not cal, hang on. Try that. No. Let's have a look here. Push that one. Where's the calibration on this thing? One of these is cal. I'm playing with the echo here. 1, 2. So that's echo, so let's turn the echo off. Oh, there we go, there's the calibration, sorry. So you want to calibrate that on the edge of the meter there, and then press that one there, wrong, that one there to get SWR. So there you go. Alright, noisy. Alright, so your, obviously your clarifier system is a full transmit receive, like a VFO basically, so the same sort of operation. And as you just heard, when we turn that up, one, that's really overdriving that whole thing there. Hang on, let me just drive to the mic gain. Let's bring that back a bit. Maybe not push so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, so another one that you'll leave to the left, turn down, or probably get abused. You know what? I think they let themselves down a bit, putting echo, Roger beep. I mean, some people like the Roger beep so that if it's bad conditions at the end of the over, you know the person's finished. Yeah, maybe. The echo, anyway, I'm probably being a little bit anal. All right. Now, this one actually bracket, and I'm just hoisting it up, but just to show you, this is where the MOSFETs, pretty sure they're RF 520s, stack of them under there, and yeah, it's quite a. And as John said to me, then you've got the MIG welder leads that they put on here. MIG welder, I like that. But yeah. But as you see, nice radio. And look, all I need, I've got another meter for one of these, thank goodness. This one's just, it's not the meter it's for, it's just got a bit of a scratch here on the front. I think, whoops, that's my roll of tape that just decided to give up. Come here. Righto. But yeah, as you can see, just got a little scratch in there that we're going to replace the meter. And fortunately, I've got some of those in stock, and that is good news. But where are we? There we go. Get rid of the noise a bit. But really nice radio. Certainly, if you get the chance to get one, they come, just so you know, they came with the COBRA mic. That very few COBRAs came with these particular mics. So this one did, and it's one of the things about the NIGHTWATCH. And the 200GTLDX NIGHTWATCH. Got to get the whole name in, I suppose. And but yeah, look, if you said to me, is this a reliable 10 meter radio? Absolutely. If you want to use this on 28490, 100 watts, you can even drive it into an amplifier, and up to 400, 500 watts, of course. 400 watts in Australia, of course. 1,000 watts everywhere else in the world. 1,500 if you live in a really dynamic country that actually understands that we know what we're doing with power. Anyway, 400 watts in Australia. Was that a bit narky? Anyway, one day we might catch up with the rest of the world. Anyway, guys, big thank you to John Brownrigg down in Tassie, mate. You're a legend. John sort of knew I was chasing one of these. Although, to be honest, I've got a few things on John's list down there. So to be fair, when he sort of showed me the picture of this, I went, "Hey, hang on, that's that one I've been chasing." And he went, "Oh, okay, yeah, no worries, fantastic." But anyway, big thank you to John down there in Tassie. Does a great job. Finds me a lot of bits that are really collectible that I'm sort of, for my own personal stuff. Not so much in just the interest in the buy sell these days, just more of the personal stuff like this that I really do enjoy. And yeah, we'll get this up on air and have a bit of a play, and I think we'll do a few videos maybe on some 10 meter contacts, and obviously we won't do any 27 meg contacts. Just remember, guys, they are gonna start knocking on doors, once they get the new legislation through. All right, enough on that. 73 from VK3 Charlie Mike. We've hit 20 minutes again. I can't believe. Cheers all the best. Thanks, guys.